Hello friends, I'm working on my 1987 362 today. It's a Cabover and it's old school, so it's really very basic in the inside. Not a whole lot of technology, but I decided to upgrade it today with some cameras because I want to be able to record stuff that's going down the sides of the truck and out the back of the truck, plus take care of a few blind spots. And with all the shenanigans going on, I think it's just too affordable. I got this package for $230. It's an E-Raptor system, 4-camera system, came with a 7-inch screen, and it's supposed to have like 7 days of recording time. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in this truck and see how it works. The system came with 2 different types of cameras. It came with 2 of these, and I think these are really made to go on like the front of the vehicle and the back of the vehicle. And then it came with 2 of these. This rotates around so you can adjust it however you want. And there's a little green light on top, and that is the top of the camera. And then this one, the light's on the bottom, but you can tell the shield that protects it from the weather is on the top. So I decided, the reason they do this like this is because you're supposed to mount these on like the side of a vehicle and then wire it through the wall, I guess. But I'm not gonna do that to this truck. I don't want these big old smashy cameras on there, so I'm going to put this one on the front, and I put these 2 on the side, and I'm mounting them on the mirrors so they hang like that. You can't really see them. That's what I decided to go with. This truck had 2 big fans that were in it, but they were broken. They don't work at all, so I decided not to use the fans anyway. But the mounting bracket for the fan made a great mounting bracket for the camera system, and I just mounted it there, and I just run the cable right up into a hole that's already there. Here's the wiring. You get 2 rolls that are like 10 meters long, which is like 30 feet, I think. That's like something like this that I ran through here, ran it across the top, down the door, and then out to that mirror. That worked pretty good, but look how long the ones that go in the back. I mean, you could run this thing. If you took 2 of these, you could probably run them all the way to the back of a trailer if you wanted to. This is how much is left over. This one's how much is left over that runs up top, down the floor, out the back of the frame, and then up next to the exhaust. So that's how much is left over. They give you plenty of wiring. And then wiring it together is really simple. You get a ground wire. So this black wire you hook to a ground. You hook the red wire, or it's a yellow wire. I have it red on top, but this yellow wire you connect to power, and then the red wire you would connect to your ignition. So when you turn the ignition on, this lights up and then turns it on, so you don't drain your batteries. But it has to have constant power. It's just kind of like a radio. Comes with these other wires, so you can customize it. If you wanted to have a certain camera come on your screen that would connect to your turn signal, you could just connect that to your turn signal. You could connect another one to your other turn signal. You could connect one to your reverse lamp, so that when you hit the reverse on your truck, it would put it on the screen. But I'm not going to do any of that. If I had an APU, I'll tell you what I would do. I would run this red wire, okay, I would run it to the ignition so that it always came on with the ignition, but I'd probably also run it to a switch that had power to it, that I could turn the switch on when I left the truck for a long time. That way it would just keep recording even when I was gone, and I wanted to make sure everything was okay on it. And the APU would jump on and keep my batteries charged. I don't know how much juice it's going to use because I haven't really been able to test it yet. But so far, it doesn't look like it uses a whole lot. So we're running right along. I've got the cables run through the door. So simple. Just pull the cables through the door. And what I decided to do is I'm going to put my antennas for my CB radio. Now, before I say this, I want to say I'm not a CB guy. I'm not into big into CBs. And I don't even think like half the trucks even have CBs anymore. But it's an old truck. Real nice guy, gave me a CB, so thank you to him. I think he upgraded his CB, and so he had an extra CB, and he was real nice. He gave it to me as a gift. Really appreciate it. So I don't know if it works yet or not because I haven't even hooked it up. So hopefully it works, but either way, I got a CB radio. I'm putting the antenna, I'm gonna put on the lower bracket,
And I know that's not the way to do it because you want to get the best range, and so you don't want any interference with your antennas and blah, blah, blah. And so I don't have expensive antennas. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just putting them on the lower bracket, and I made out of a piece of aluminum angle, so you don't have to worry about it getting all corroded, and some stainless screws. I'm going to actually mount the camera to the bottom of the antenna bracket. So that's how that's going to go on there. And I think it'll work good. I didn't want to drill any holes in the body of this thing. I just didn't want to do that. But if you want to do that to your truck, I guess you could probably do that. But for me, all I wanted to do was have something I could, if it doesn't work out, if it's not a good camera, if I find a better system later, I don't have to worry, oh, I've drilled all these holes in it and I don't like it, you know? So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to mount this up and show you when I'm done. Things are coming along. I got it mounted. I'll do a close-up of this in a bit. But right now I'm gonna connect these wires together. Just a spin-on connection. It's supposed to be weather resistant, but I'd rather put it inside the door and zip tie it up so it's all tight and nice. And that way I don't have to worry about weather messing up this connection. It's inside the door. I got these grommets. I think these are pretty cool. You can get on Amazon. See, look at all these grommets. It's called, let me see if you can you read that? Can you read that? It's Busy Corner grommets, 200 pieces. Happy business for you and me. Well, I love that. It's not suitable for children under 5. Okay, got it. So if you act like you're under 5, you can still use it. You just can't be under 5. Okay. So taking this bigger grommet, which is the size of the hole, but it's not small enough to go around the wire. And I'm going to take this smaller one that's small enough to go around the wire, and I'm going to combine them to make one big happy grommet. Okay, and what I'll do is when I put them together, I'll put a little super glue on the edge, and that'll keep it nice and tight. If you have to change it out, you'll have to, you have to be careful with the super glue. You get spraying super glue everywhere, get it all over your truck. You just kind of dabble it in there, real nice and easy, but then it should work out perfect. All right, so here's the camera all set up. You can see that camera, you can adjust these screws right here and tilt this so I can tilt it. I already tightened the other side because obviously I can't get to them. But once I hook it up to the monitor, I can see where it's pointing. And we can go ahead and get it tuned in to where I can see the most below this door and all the way to the back. So that looks pretty good. And you can see how I have the grommet set up for the wiring. Turned out pretty good. This is the one I mounted on the back. It's mounted on the top of the exhaust. And I ran the wire down the side, all the way down the frame, all the way back up into the truck. And I had more than enough wire. I have some bundled up down there in case I need extra, but for right now I've got this back here. I guess I can take this little protective lens cover off. But you just loosen these two screws and you can adjust this ball up and down and side to side if you want, or you can just flip the whole thing the other direction so you can mount it upside down, sideways, any way you want. All right, that's the finished product. You can see I got the CB radio in. It does work, that's great. See, it's a big old Cabover just like mine. This is the setup I have. I have the driver's side here, passenger side here, front, and then the back. Try to make it easy so I could see what's going on. What I like about it is I can hit the channel button and do full screen. So this makes it really easy to see out the passenger side where mainly my blind spots are. I can see out of the driver's side mirrors pretty easy. It's very simple to program. You can see it's recording right now. You just hit the mode button, it turns recording off, and now it's just cameras. And I can hit the menu button once it's not recording, and I can do the different things that I need to do there. I can do, let's see, playback. Okay, so you can see all the different videos I have recorded. You can set the different lengths of videos. Right now I have it set at 3 minutes, so these are all 2 minutes and 59 seconds.
and I can scroll down to a video I want to watch, and I hit the mode button and it will allow me to play the video. What's really cool is I can also speed up the time. So I want to go 2 times, I'm gonna go 4 times. I can go a lot faster. That's really cool. So yeah, everything's working great. I'm pretty happy with it. And then I just turn the ignition off and it'll shut off all the power to it. Okay, let's give this bad boy a test. See how she records. Yeah. I might tilt that camera a little bit more, but looks pretty good. Ooh, I see a little doggy. Little doggy chasing me. Gotta be careful. It's too hot out there for him to be running around. See the ruts in the Okay friends, that's it for this video. I'm sweating my butt off because it is like 100 degrees. I mean, my shirt is soaking. I am wet. I'm in a metal box. It's 100 degrees out here. Hit the like and subscribe button if you would. I really appreciate it. Again, for 230 bucks, why not do it? You know, think about the amount of liability you have with a lot of these new trucks. They're coming with cameras already in them. But I think if you have an older truck, or you know, you have a truck that doesn't have cameras, this is really simple to do. And the amount of liability that you could save yourself from if someone were to run into your trailer, or you know, they create the accident, you have it on video right there. Plus you could catch people maybe trying to siphon your tanks out, or so do something stupid, steal something off your truck, or you know, draw a big giant wiener on the side of your truck. I don't know. So anyways, I really appreciate you watching. Please take care out there, and I'll see you on the next one.